Let's run the firewall pass-through, heater lines, mock up the couple of the AC lines, and a little bit of an issue with the pass-through. Let's get into this. Okay, so as I'm running the firewall pass-through, so you have 3 -10s and then a -6. The heater lines are going to come out of 2 of these -10s, and then a -10 for the AC and -6 for the AC. I was thinking about doing the AN fitting on this, which will convert that to basically like an AC deal to AN fitting, which is what, like a 35-degree fitting that the AN needs to screw onto. I'll actually put a link in the description to the Hotrod Hippie. He actually has a excellent tutorial on doing heater lines through a pass-through and the adapters that you use to do an AN fitting instead of an AC fitting to the pass-through. So I'll put the link down in the description. Take a look at it. It's if I would have known about this a month ago, I would have done it this route because it does look a lot cleaner. But instead, I'm going to stick with what I got right now. So the big problem I'm having now is I got this pass-through off from Amazon. Looks good. Same specs as the really expensive ones. This one was like under $30. The problem is that the -6 see. So the dash 6 fits perfectly. With the O-ring, I can tighten it up, call it a day. The dash 10 does not fit. So these dash 10s are not machined correctly to accept the dash 10 AC fitting. So these holes have to be drilled out to 14.5 millimeters to be able to accept this nipple end to go inside. So I ordered the 14.5 millimeter drill bit. Should have it tomorrow. So I will drill these pieces and make sure that this is all fits then, and then I will hopefully finish up that installation of that. So in the meantime, I'm going to bebop around on other things that need to be done. I'm going to run the heater lines from the engine up to where I need them to be up here. So I'll have them roughly mocked up, and so when I do get the correct fitting or correct drill bit to drill this out, I can just hook that all together. My main concern right now is the heater lines, because I want to get this thing fired up. So that's pretty much where I'm at. As far as the AC lines, I'm mocking them up, but I won't actually have, I don't have enough dash 10 or dash 8 to go from the engine to the firewall port. But yeah, so when you do these things, they're pretty easy. Hold on a second, let me get you out in the sunlight. Okay, so this is the dash 10 line that goes from the firewall to the vintage air unit underneath the dash. So once you get the fittings put in your firewall and then in your AC unit, you have to clock the fittings onto the hose before you crimp them. Because once you crimp this, it's not going anywhere. Most of you probably know this, but you know, it's just more information. So what I do is I let the line dictate how it's going to run. Instead of trying to force the line in a certain way, you just kind of push it up in there and you see the natural curve of how the line wants to go, right? It's basically like water. The hose will take the path of least resistance, so to speak. And then once you get that all set, and I mark this, so I know this side is the firewall side, like that, and that side is the AC side. So I don't know if you can see that, right there. So what I do is I just take a Sharpie and I mark it, there and there. So now I know I can take it out, crimp it, and I know as long as those marks are lined up, it should be right. So yep, I did that for that one. Hold on a second. Had to get my dash 6. Dash 6. Right there. And I marked it firewall, so I know it goes there. This goes to the AC end. And here's the outside line, dash 6 with the binary switch will go here to kick the compressor on, the AC compressor, once I turn it on the inside. And I did the same thing. So it's kind of like, oops, there's one mark, and then I did 2, then 3, then 4, right? And then I know the 45 is down on the condenser side and the 90 is up on the firewall side. So that's a brief way of how I do the AC lines. And my AC crimper, a friend borrowed it to do his truck build, so I should be getting that in a couple days. So I can crimp those AC lines and get that part all settled up. But I still have to do the dash 8 from the condenser and the dash 10 from the dash 8 to the condenser to the AC compressor, and then the dash 10 from the AC compressor up to the firewall through the pass-through. So yeah, so that's about it for the AC lines. Once I get my drill bit in, I'll drill it out and I'll do all that process so you can see it. So the video's not over yet. It's just I have to wait for that drill bit to finish this side. So I'm going to start running the heater lines from the engine up to the firewall area, kind of roughly where I need it to be, so I can lock that all in, and then we'll go from there. So let's finish this up. Sorry it's raining here, it's a little loud, but my drill bit came in, so let's get this drilled out. Little machine work, I guess. Alright, let's do this. So we got the plate back installed, tightened up. So even with the heater hoses that come out, you still have to put the little green O-ring on there to seal it up. So I'm gonna finish running these up, and then I'll show you how it all looks. I have the two AC lines on just for reference, so when I put the hoses up on to these pieces, it won't interfere with these for later installation on the hoses. So that's what we got. So there's the heater lines in and out with the heater valve control doohickey. That vacuum line will go to a vacuum canister that'll be up underneath. So those two, all the heater lines are now ran. There's the firewall unit. It comes down, goes down there, and then I'll show you what I have, how I got it connected. So they run out of the engine, comes down, like that, there we go. And then I use those little rubber grommet thing, fasteners. So these are 5/8 lines, so it's 1-inch units. And then they go up underneath there. And I'm waiting for them, but I have -10 separators. Kind of like these guys, but they'll be like, one will be here, one will be there, one will be inside there, and then one will be towards the front of the firewall. But let me show you up underneath. So it runs right here, and then I have another set of the metal strap with the rubbers on them here, and then it runs all the way up there. And then I have another set right here, and then it comes up. And here's a decent, here is the overflow, or not the overflow. This is the AC coolant or AC drain line right here. I have to figure out exactly where I'm going to put that as far as draining. And then my radiator hoses, they both come down, and those are all attached all the way down, all the way to there. I'm still waiting for the thermostat housing gasket to finish the upper hose to come down to attach to this one. That's it for this one. So we got the pass-through all ran, heater lines all ran. I did run the vacuum line for the booster, for the brake booster. I didn't show it on the video, but I did run that, and I attached it the same way as I attached the heater lines with those little rubber C-clamp deals. Yeah, so like, subscribe, tell all your friends, share the video, leave a comment down below, all that other stuff they tell you. And yeah, go out there and build something cool, or just build anything, right? So we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.